YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This is an episode of Roxy's Weekly Challenge, which is hosted by Rachel at Roxy Creations. Every Friday she posts a video that is a mass make of something fun and interesting. I did one a couple of weeks ago, and I had it under the banner of showing up and doing art. And this is my second in a row, so I figured I might as well put it under that title. So, what she was doing was tracing paper and vellum pocket slash envelopes. So I have tracing paper. Let's take one out. Rumble, rumble, rattle, rattle. I have a single piece of vellum that I got from a Christmas gift, which is gorgeous. I think I have a pad or a like a set of vellum, but I don't know where it is. And for grins, this is tissue paper, but it is, I would say, at least this grade of paper, and so we're going to try one of these. It's not going to be see-through, but it is going to be very, very painty. And I have 1, 2, and 3 sheets from Medieval Mirage. So this is absolutely Rachel. So what did she do first? She cut them up a bit. Yeah, that's not on the square. Oh, maybe it is. Okay, never mind. Squirrel. How big do I want to do these? If I do like a 6x6? Let's do one. Let's do one. Let's do one. And see how we get on. Show you what Rachel has done, or Rachel did to create this. And then we'll have a sense of how big the sheets of paper need to be. So that was 6 by, do it that way, 6 by 11. Just break that down. 6 by 11, there. Okay, so what she did first was she folded the ends, and she had a bit of a tricky time with it. So I am going to use my little cheat code and use this as a way of being able to just 1/4 inch. No, it's 3/8 that's the better. Oops. Distance. So that's 3/8. And that's 3/8. So that's what she did first. Valley to mountain, mountain to valley. Did I press it well enough? I think I did. That folds neatly along. That's one side. Okay, so I did not put much of my back into it because I can't find it. All right, let's do it again. We can do that. Not a problem. There. That's better, I can see it now. Okay. So both folds in. this is, I was going to say the roof, not the roof, top flap, I guess. There. And then you fold the next part in, but we leave a gap. Okay. And then she did fun trimming. So she did sort of edge trimming. So instead of opening this out and then cutting on the seam, she just cut that like that, gets rid of it in a little bit quicker. Rachel is an engineer. She probably doesn't know it, but she is. She has a very interesting way of thinking about paper, how it goes together, how it comes apart, the dimensionality of it. She gives herself very little credit. I enjoy watching her immensely. Okay, so we do that. And we've got like this thing happening here. So that's the one to the bottom. So we've cut that one, and then we have to cut this. And the way she did that was she just got up to there. And she did from this point down to there. This point down to there. Okay. That's all that sorted. And then her gluing was just the sides in. Like that. I don't know, I think tracing paper will cope with this glue, but I don't think the vellum will cope with it. I think that we'll need to do the high test glue with that. And she just did it on the outside. Just pop on like that. Pop on like that. And then she's got an envelope. Or she did, and we do. I know. Not necessary. Oh, that didn't not fit. There, that's better. Okay. And she talked about this as being interesting because you can put something inside it and you can see. You understand? I want to see it for myself. There we are. Let's do that. So we could put that in there, and then we could have some kind of a. Ooh, that would actually look really good. Same colors, very nice tones. Okay, let's do that. That one's done. This one's not done. Oop. So the ubiquitous weather check, very cold out, like really cold. But it's not snowing. Ooh, a bit over a little closer here. There we are. Oops. Right side up, so we can do that. Put that in there like that. So let's do that. Just like that. There. We can probably put something just fun on the back if we wanted. And I think that would be, what's the front look like? Not the right green. And this is the dominant color, I think, here. This gold and that green, sort of in that color range. That would work because that's kind of a, it's probably that one. Okay. How do I want to cut this out? I don't know if using the inside one was a better choice than the outside one. It doesn't really matter. But one does think of these things. There. And that. Ooh, that looks very official. Per use whatever paper you have and whatever stickers you have, or ooh, stickers would be really good with this. Kind of sorry now I've got that. And so there we are. So what's the finished size of this? Finished size is 5. Ooh, it's just 5 by 4 3/4. So I can do a 5-inch. And that's going to make it 4. Because I'm thinking about this going into a journal and being able to fit. Because 5 is like 5.5 is going to be the size of the journal. So this one would have to be a clip-in or a just like a page over like that. Okay. All right. Okay. So where's our note? Here. So not 6. Is the high okay? Yeah. So this is fine. This should be 5 or 4. And we can make them tiny, like, you know, those little stamp envelopes that you can get. Okay, where'd the other sheet go? Here. Okay. So what do we have for this? Is this width 8? Ooh, so we can do 2 4s. Let's do 2 4s. Do that way. And we can do like an air quotes mass make. There. Okay. So steppy 1-y. 3/8 or whatever. She was very forgiving about what size she wanted to use to fold these, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, you can see that. Okay, so valley to hill. Oops. There's one. It's not easy to see. There. And there's the top. Oh, this is going to be a fun shape. It's going to go way up like that. This went off the rails somewhere. Okay, that's the way that's going to work. I don't know why this doesn't work as well as I think it should. Paper is very happy doing this. Tracing paper, not so much. There, and so we had that for that. If we do something larger, we'll have a different sized pocket. It's another thing Rachel does really well, and that is she just is always building in variation. She's like, okay, I've done it one that way, let's do a couple this way. Barely any variation. All right, next step, cutty cuts. One. Two. Whoops. Oops, make a notch. There, okay. Okay, do this same here. Yep. I think if you don't like the sound of crinkling paper, this is not a video for you. Because this is almost non-stop crinkle. Oh, that was not a good idea. Oh dear. Wow, I got it all over. Okay, that's that done. Now we're up for some glueies. There's that. There's that, and I don't think I got that one well. And this is the same thing. This is fabulous because normally when you go and you want to buy these kind of envelopes, you can only buy them in like, oh, yes, you can have them, but you can only have them in minimum order size of 5,000 or some ridiculous number that is like, well, I just want the one envelope. There. Corner, corner. Oops. Barely. There. Okay. Oh golly, I blew that all over. Okay. So we are doing the fronts. I've got a couple more stamps here. Neither of them will fit. Ooh, we had something from yesterday. Yep. Ooh. Wanna do that? Or that? That's a little big. We'll do those. Okay, and this is a piece of paper that is directionally stamped. I'm gonna put that back in my mom's collection before she discovers it's gone. That's a joke. Okay, so what do we have for colors? No. Ooh, maybe that S. Yeah. Okay, so I seem to be doing this row, which is that row. I should have done that row. Well, we're gonna do that now. Okay. How about you for color? That might work. That green gown might work. Let's cut green gown out. that'll work. I'm going to tear this one. What do we think? What's the probability of me being able to do that? Possibly quite low. Oh, look at that. Oops. Oh, right in my lap. Okay, so that's for you. And I love that red that's just sort of like that one best. Okay, and what do we want for the front? Part of me wants to go with the leaves. Or, ooh, how about that? It's got the green in it as well. Sure. I don't know how long it took me to realize that color mattered. And or people were making decisions based on what color things were. They would pick something and it would be like, well, what'd you pick that one for? And then I would look at it and go, oh, I know it looks really good. And Rachel was one of the first people who talked about color, because she would talk about her outside process of, I'm going to select this, and it's like, oh, I don't like that blue, or no, I want something brighter or duller or whatever. And I got the sense that it's like, oh, that's what she's doing. She's color matching. Ish. It's like, oh, that way or this way? I feel like that's the right way to do it. Put you over there. You back in there. You're set 1. You're set 2. Okay, there's that. No, I'm going to just do them on the back. I can change I can create variation as we go along. There we are. So there's that and that. And we're just going to do that. Love. I wonder if I should take that off. Nah. Okay. Put another one on that side. There we are. Come on. not, whoa. Okay, this is delicate paper and not the usual, what's the, cardstock. That's what I wanted to say. There. Got those two. And this one. I like these a lot. These are fun. Don't know what I'm going to do with them, but that is totally beside the point. Totes beside the point. Okay. Let's try this. How is it this way? Should be 10, 5 inches. These are going to be a little stubbier. It should be okay. Ooh, I think there's going to be two completely different pieces of paper. There's that, and then there's that. So there's that as a dark color, and then that is just chock full of yellow. That is so fun. Okay, so I want to take some of this off. I don't need to, but I think I want to just have this paper being the paper. And maybe I won't bother with worrying about the edges. I'll just fold it. Ooh, this paint makes this folding so lush. Paint's like, yes, please. That's not straight. That's not any better. Ooh, this is going to be a nice little wee one. Okay. I'm just going to glue that on just for novelty's sake. Oh. Oops. Aw. Come on. Come on, you're not. Sort of, kind of. Here we are. Well, it's good enough. There's one. There's two. Nice and deep. Okay. And now we trim. There. This is the top. Nope, this way. Oops, oops, oops. There. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to decorate these. There. Okay. Would that fit in there? It would. So, okay, sold. Hmm. 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 That's a lot of sad humming and hawing. That works. All right, well, I'll cut this out anyways. Maybe something will occur to us while we're cutting. Oh, you can see a little bit through. That's fun. So I have, when I'm doing this kind of technique, I will do multiple lifts of the paint. So this would have been the first, back way up, blank sheet of paper, paint, smoothing the paint over with a credit card, then taking some tissue paper and then placing it on that and then peeling it off to do a large paint transfer. I usually do it 2 more times, and each time there is progressively less paint that transfers. And so this would have been a pull number 1. A pull number 2 would have been somehow, would have had more space like this to be able to see through. And if I did that kind of technique using the tracing paper or the vellum, that would be fab. Okay, so we've got that. You want to do maybe that? Sure, let's do that. This one is still a problem. Or I just leave it blank and then I do something on the front. There. Let's pop all of you over here for a second. I need some glue. There, so we've got that, and then we have on the inside, we have that little journaling card. Okay, so we've got that. What are we at for time? Oh, not bad. So our mass make is now at 4 whole things. Wow, look at us go. This could just be empty. Maybe that. Or let's try this purple. And this one. We are auditioning for the Radio City Rockettes. That was a joke. I'm not actually, it is just this amount of paper. We might be able to put Dude Bro in here. I'm sure he was a very fancy painted guy, and I've insulted half the Renaissance fans, but there we are. Give them somewhere to go. Off the streets, out of trouble. Okay, let's trim this out and see what we get. Maybe, I don't know. Oops. No. Absolutely playing around now. Oh! That's interesting. I'll do that. There. Do I want to put that on the back? Sure. Cut 4 things out, use 3. That's pretty good. It's an argument for the audition process. That right on the edge. Ooh, these feel really funky. Like the paint on, it's like virtually nothing but paint. Very fun. Okay, so we have about 12 minutes. And I don't know if we want to do any more, because I think we have solved the problem. Because I don't think I can make that many more in the length of time. But we did do some things. I'm all for that. So I'm going to call here, I think. We made 5 vellum-y kind of pockets from this week's Rachel's weekly challenge. Roxy's weekly challenge that is morphed into a mass make. Anyways, that is all for now. Please take very good care of yourself. Stay out of trouble. Always love you lots, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.